Hello, friends of Jyotish and Yoga. So we today discuss
Yeah,
Venus
Venus
after discussing Sun, Mars,
and
and
Moon.
Moon.
Yes, we are discussing Venus. Now, Venus is the planet which has played an important role in my foreign trips because I have Venus in a very specific position which makes me feel comfortable in foreign lands.
Okay.
Venus is the feeling of comfort. Now, you must understand that some planets are described as naturally good planets. So, they are Jupiter, Venus, Moon, and Mercury. So, why they are called naturally benefic or good planets? They are called because they give us a happy feeling, a comfortable feeling. Not necessarily it is great for karma or good for the soul, not like that. It is connected with how we feel. When Venus is around, we feel nice. We feel some kind of melody is there in the air, some kind of fragrance is there in the air, some kind of melody around us. So it gives joy to our senses. So without Venus, the world would be a very boring and lifeless place. So
Only
don't
work, work,
only
work,
work,
and
work, work. So don't always think that Venus is love, romance, not only these things. So Venus has been described as the planet of happiness.
okay.
So this happiness is not exactly mental peace. It is a happiness mixed with a little bit of excitement.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the sensual happiness or the anything
Pleasure.
pleasure.
Whatever
It
it
can be
is.
nice music.
Yeah.
It can be nice picture. It can be
Piece of art.
a piece of art. It can be a beautiful, let's say, a light breeze which gives comfort to our skin.
Oh,
It can be
in
a
the heat.
it can be a very pampering Ayurvedic massage, very slow Ayurvedic massage.
Ah.
It can be so many things, or it can be
Aroma.
aroma,
Nice.
all these kinds of things. So we all know that Venus is love. That is okay. You will know that through many sources. But we must understand Venus has some other sides. Venus is the practical application of knowledge.
Oh, that's
Yes,
important.
this is important because like most people will be talking about the feeling side of Venus, the emotional
Yes.
side of Venus. So, of course, Venus is also love, but it is not so unconditional love. It is a little bit of love
Important.
that is mixed with a little bit of selfishness. Not in a
In
bad
what?
sense, like
But
just let's say,
explain in what
yes,
sense?
it means that like normally we describe it's a love between a man and a woman, or it can also be a love between two friends where the friends expect to help out each other in the time of exams.
So it is on the level of mutuality, you
Yes,
mean.
yes, yes.
When
There
it is
has
partnership, we expect equal, 50-50.
yes,
And that's the
at least
difference.
60-40 there has to be.
Maybe to compare with the moon, where it is
Yeah,
the
moon
mother.
is more selfless. But I must tell you, don't take it so rigidly. Sometimes the wife can be like a mother. Sometimes
Because we
it
all
can
have
happen.
our moon.
Yes, we all have our moon.
Yeah.
So the explanations that we give in different videos, in different books, they are general explanations. Like for example, I am very lucky to have a great wife who is no less in love, in unconditional love than I have received from my mother. It's no less at
But
all.
I know her chart and she's very
Yes,
strongly
influenced by the planet
the
moon because
moon.
she is Cancer ascendant, her moon is exalted. So
Yes.
the if your moon is sattvic love and Venus is rajasic love.
Yes, let's
Yes,
say that.
yes, because Venus has been described as a rajasic planet
Yes.
and moon has been described as a sattvic planet.
Sattvic,
Now I would advise you in the internet there are a lot of sources how you can know about the gunas
yeah.
to
So,
understand any
Sattva,
Vedic
Rajas,
subject.
and Tamas are the
Yes.
three gunas or the principles.
Yes,
They are
so
natural
please,
principles.
if you want to learn any Vedic subject properly, even Ayurveda, even classical music, classical dance, any Vedic subject, if you want to learn properly Vedic psychology,
Classical, we mean Indian.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
ancient,
they're connected.
coming from Samveda and things like that.
Okay.
So please try to get some basic knowledge about this gunas. It will really help you. This is
Very
an
much.
advice
Maybe
for
we
you.
talk once
No,
about the gunas.
we will talk once, and I will listen to your expert advices on that because
Thank
you are a wonderful yoga teacher in In Bulgaria, you are one
Yeah,
of the
behind
authorities.
yoga is all this philosophy actually.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
elements, the gunas, you should
Yes.
know to understand yourself. Right?
Yes, yes.
So
And I must tell you, these are not so complicated, not so
no,
difficult. You'll
this is
you'll
basic.
understand them. You'll understand them. Don't worry about this. But anyway, coming back to Venus, now Venus has been described as the guru of the demons or the asuras. But we must understand, now it is not right to say the asuras have no good qualities.
Exactly, I was about
Yes.
to ask you.
Yes. So asuras can also have some special qualities. Like there has been asuras who have been great devotees of Lord Shiva. There have been asuras, let's say, who have been very special in knowledge, very special in some skills.
Let's mention Ravana. He was
Yes.
very knowledgeable.
And what about Bali Raja, the great Bali Raja, the great Bali Raja from Kerala? When he comes back, it is believed the Onam is celebrated in Kerala.
Yes.
It is connected to the Vamana avatar of
Yes,
Lord
the
Vishnu.
story about
Yes. So you must know that every planet, every house, every sign has an exceptional positive side also, even if it is normally termed as negative or cruel, evil words like this.
Same for the planets.
Same for the planets. So,
Can I mention something about the demons
Sure,
here?
sure.
Because this is very commonly used word, demons. But it means, according to some texts in yoga philosophy, that these are people who were deprived of conditions. That's why they don't have enough. Like maybe mental qualities, but also conditions in life to prosper, to study. So these are the poor people at the present time. And they're not exactly bad people,
no.
but they just don't have that much ability to prosper and develop in life.
Yes. And also you see that Shukracharya is a man, right? Shukracharya, the guru.
They're the guru, because
Guru,
they
he's a
also
man.
need a guru.
Yes.
They also need a way to develop.
Yes, and he's a man, right?
Yeah,
But you
okay.
see, when we describe Venus, we described it as a female planet.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes, so you must understand that all the planetary deities or demigods have been described as male in Vedic literature, but they have some feminine qualities like Moon, Venus, sometimes Mercury. They also have some feminine qualities, and that is why they work in a slightly, let's say, in a more feminine way in the natal horoscope, or even in a question horoscope, or even in the palm. So what happens, we have described them for our better understanding in astrology, grammatical understanding and practical understanding. We have called Venus a female planet, and it mostly indicates young woman. In my experience, it indicates women up to the age of 32, 33 maximum. So starting from 18 to 32, 33, like this.
And if she feels young and looks
Yes,
younger,
then also it is possible we can
That's
stretch the
right.
age further also.
yes.
Yes. So I will tell you a very interesting thing here. Is once I was doing a consultation in probably Poland, or I think probably it was Poland. So there was a man who was in some legal contest, and it was quite a big contest connected to different big companies and things like that. So he had a team of lawyers who were fighting for him. When I felt that among his lawyers there may be some one person who is actually working against him. So there was some kind of treachery. So then he said, "Can you give me a hint what kind of a person this will be?" So I said, "Is there any young woman?" So he said, "No, there is no young woman at all in the group of my lawyers." But then I asked him a different question. These I learned from my teacher, of course, Ashok Bhattacharya. So I asked them, any man who is young and behaves a little bit in a feminine way. So he immediately understood. There is a lawyer like that and people laugh at him. So it must be that guy.
Okay.
So sometimes when
He
you are
may be
doing
even
astrology,
homosexual.
maybe,
Because
maybe.
they have very feminine behavior.
Yes, it can be. So you have to be very flexible. But most importantly, I would say, Venus indicates application skills, software, programming. It can indicate some things to do with electronics and telecommunication.
Oh, even that.
Yes, definitely. With the help of some other planets, of course. Venus stands for chemicals. Venus stands for chemical changes. And Venus stands for refinement. It basically refines the harshness of Rahu, Sun, or Mars.
When they are
Yes,
together.
when they are
Influenced.
together, or even when Sun and or Mars is in the nakshatra of Venus. We will come to nakshatras later. Like influence of Venus. So Venus indicates all kinds of filters. In our body, it indicates kidney. In a factory, it can indicate different kinds of filters. We have water filters. We have so many kinds of filters. So all these filters or refining things are indicated by Venus. For example, iron is indicated by Saturn, but steel is indicated by Venus.
Okay.
Yes, I have checked that in many cases. That is why my practical experience of doing about 25,000 consultation, this really helps. So that is why I advise you to definitely listen to all the knowledgeable people, but do listen to practically experienced people also. That is very important. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The
So I
science
discuss
is
some
developing.
other sides of Venus, not the usual love and romance and marriage. You will get those information.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
we listen to that a lot.
Yes.
Thank you. That was
Welcome.
so
Welcome. And once again, if you want to listen, keep listening to our discussions in near future. Maybe it's not a bad idea to subscribe to our channel and like what they
hit
say,
the bell
hit the
icon.
bell icon. Yes, I'm not so good at this. Hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications when we upload a new video, and I'll be very happy.
Let me mention also that in your very busy schedule, where I cannot catch you even on the phone or on any other internet media, you are together now, and we are listening from you live. So
Thank you so much. I have
thank you
come
for
over
your
to this
time.
place for doing these things because it's a
It's
good thing, I
much
think.
better when we communicate live.
Yes, of course.
Thank
Okay,
you. See
thank
you
you so
on
much.
the next video.